opening exercises for you that might be useful. If you put your hands here, as if you were like, and then you push your elbows back, just to get yourself palm back here at your waist. And then as you come up, rotate so you're anterior with the palm, and then come behind the head, and then rotate again as you're going down so you're posterior. And you're just going up and down. But what's important about how you do this is don't do it this way. Do it this way where the entire time your elbow is behind the midline of your body. If you want to ramp up that thing that I just gave you, that drill that I just gave you, and increase your skills with your poi while you're doing that stretch, what you can do is in either direction with either hand, you can practice going from behind the head to behind the butt. But do it in multiple beats, right? So I'm here, and then I'm coming down, I'm coming down, I'm coming down, I flip my wrist, I'm coming up, I flip my wrist, I'm going up, I'm going up, I'm going down, I'm flipping, I'm going up, I'm flipping. And then you can do that in both directions with both hands, and that will probably help you with some of the control behind your back, but it'll help you with the back opening. And then of course, this part of the position that you're doing is practicing for your pinwheel itself. So let's talk concepts for a second, because that might be helpful. In the context of this room, if we pretend that this is north, right? North, south, east, west. When you look at the pinwheel and the weave, your weaves, because the line of the poi, we want to be like this, always relative to the audience. So when you're facing west, if you're in overhand, then you're going to be counterclockwise when you face north, but you will be clockwise when you face south. Then when you turn from the counterclockwise to the left, or from the south to the east, you're going to come into the underhand weave. And then when you turn from the east back to the north, you'll go from underhand to counterclockwise. So you're here in clockwise, and then you're here in underhand, then you're here in counterclockwise. Now this is true whether you're doing weaves or some other move. So I could be doing moves that are completely different, but are in the same direction that will bring me through these same locations, but it's a different type of move. The direction remains the same always. So that relationship is the same. That said, you could put overhand in the west, or you could put underhand in the west, and it will just change which one is in the north and south position appropriately. What we did not finish was we were doing overhand weave to clockwise, but what we didn't do is clockwise to underhand weave yet. So let's do that last one. And for this one, you bring your left one down, cross the right one underneath it, and turn to the underhand weave on this side. So you're here like this, bring the left one down, cross the right one underneath. And then from here, when you turn back to the clockwise pinwheel, you're going to do it when the left hand is on the bottom. And then as you do that, you bring the hands up into your pinwheel. And so now you have the last pair between underhand and clockwise. Underhand weave, clockwise pinwheel. Underhand weave, clockwise pinwheel. Underhand weave, clockwise pinwheel. Now I'm making this look really practiced because it is really practiced. It might take you a little longer than that 2 seconds to get it. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. You got it. You got it. Your fake it till you make it skills are high. They're very good. Well, a lot of people they won't try and save the move. It's really, really helpful that you keep trying and saving it because it teaches you a bunch of things about recovery. What I would recommend you do in your homework as part of your practice is I would practice each pair, right? This is 8 different transitions that we just did because there's pinwheel and clockwise to underhand weave. That's one. But then there's underhand weave going back to the pinwheel and clockwise. So this is a pair of 2 It's a pair of transitions. It's a pair of moves doing two different transitions from one to the other. But then there's 4 other pairs, because you can go from here to here, and here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. So I would start with the pairs, then you could do this one to this one, and this one to this one, and this one to this one, and this one to this one. And then the last pair is this one to this one, and this one to this one. So this is your weaker direction, counterclockwise to underhand, counterclockwise to underhand to counterclockwise. Once you practice the pairs, it will be much easier for you to go all the way around, but I want to try that with you now. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to go 360 degrees going between each of the moves. And we'll try and do a left turn 360 and a right turn 360. So we'll do overhand weave here. And then we're going to turn to the right into the counterclockwise pinwheel here. And then from the counterclockwise pinwheel, we're going to turn to the right to the underhand weave. Then you're going to step your left foot forward because you turn in the direction of your back foot, same as when we were doing those chasing the suns. Now we're going to turn to the right into your preferred pinwheel, which is clockwise. So we'll be turning away from you, you won't be able to see, but you should end up in a clockwise pinwheel. Excellent. Then you're going to turn to the right again and come down into the overhand weave on the right, back where you started, in theory. Nice. Okay, now we're going to turn to the left, so you go back where you came from, left turn to clockwise. When the right hand's on top, pull the left hand back behind. Good. And then from the clockwise pinwheel, bring your left hand down and cross your right hand underneath, turn to the left and come into the underhand weave. Okay, now from your underhand weave here, bring your left foot back so your right foot's in front because we're going to turn to the left again. And we're going to turn to the counterclockwise pinwheel. And then from your counterclockwise pinwheel, you'll turn the last turn of the 8 coming down to the left into overhand weave. So if you were to do this at speed, or I don't know if at speed is correct, but if you were to do this with very little, as tightly with very little spaces, this is what it would look like going around the circle. 1, 2, step, 3, 4, turning the other way, 5, 6, step back, 7,